Hi, welcome to my redox reactivity series, redox concepts which are connected with electrochemistry. Most of the metal and redox reactions related concepts you will see in this one. So let us see what is the reactivity of metals. What is reactivity of metals? You can see metal is reactive means that is strong reducing agent. Remember one very shortcut information, that is if a metal is said to be a reactive metal, then it is also called a strong reducing agent, SRA, shortcut. And a metal arranged according to their ability to lose electrons, that is forming positive ions. Usually metals forms positive ions. Moreover, measure tendency of metal in losing electrons, undergo oxidation. So reactivity series can be measured, understand, using this point. Metals loss electrons, forms electropositive ions. Oxidation process. That process is called as oxidation process. If you see reactivity series of metals, metals with water, metals with acids, metals with oxygen, how they react, depending on that we can arrange this reactivity series. See here in the displacement reactions, potassium displaces hydrogen here. Likewise, calcium displaces hydrogen from water when it reacts with water. Likewise, less reactive metals are there that displace hydrogen atom from acids. Magnesium and zinc have examples like that. Unreactive metals, no reaction with water and acid, that are unreactive. That is gold with HCl. There is no reaction. Recently in Karnataka CET exam, they are given this statement: gold reacts with acid. Ornaments washed with water, they told. So there is no reaction takes place. So what is the meaning of it is, in this potassium reaction with water, potassium metal is said to be strong reducing agent. It undergoes oxidation. Whereas water is there, it is oxidizing agent in this one and it undergoes reduction. So here water oxidation state, in water hydrogen oxidation state from +1 to 0 change, that means reduction taken place. And in the case of potassium, in the elemental state, its oxidation state is taken as 0 and its oxidation state increases to +1. So potassium undergoes oxidation. Coming to the second reaction, that is magnesium reacts with HCl. Here we are observing, that is magnesium undergoing oxidation, its oxidation state is 0. After the reaction, magnesium salt formed, its oxidation state is +2. Whereas HCl, in hydrogen, H plus ion concentration, H plus concentration is, hydrogen concentration in HCl is +1, whereas in hydrogen oxidation state is 0. HCl, hydrogen +1 oxidation state. So HCl is the oxidizing agent in this reaction. So this is one observation. Likewise, when you start studying about the displacement reaction, that is the redox displacement reactions, the reactive metal displacement displaces less reactive metal. So reactive metal displaces less reactive metal from its solution. What is the meaning of it is, if there is a metal is there, the metal reacts with another compound of a metal. That means metal forms different kinds of compounds like oxides, sulfides, etc. So one metal displaces another metal from its compound. That is the meaning of it. So you see, reactive metal displaces oxygen from less reactive metal. See, aluminum reaction. In this, Al reacts with Fe2O3, gives Al2O3 to Fe. In this, aluminum is a reducing agent, Fe2O3 is oxidizing agent. It is what is happening is, in this, aluminum is displacing iron from its oxide. What is the meaning of it? Aluminium is reactive metal, displaces less reactive metal, iron. Here in this, iron is undergoing reduction, aluminum is undergoing oxidation. One more thing, if you see, displacement reaction which oxygen atom from less reactive metal. See, reactive non-metal displaces oxygen from less reactive metal from its compounds. See, we have a very simple reaction with, that is nothing but non-metal carbon is there. that is treated with Fe2O3 given 3CO2 plus 4Fe. That means reactive non-metal displaces oxygen from less reactive metal. So not only metals, non-metals also considered in this redox reaction displacement reactions. Hydrogen is a non-metal. It displaces oxygen from copper as hydrogen is reactive non-metal which displaces oxygen from less reactive copper metal in this reaction. See, another one we have displacement reaction of less reactive metal is there, that is zinc is there, copper is there. Reactive metal displaces less reactive metal from its salt. A most important example that we have come across in the previous session also, that is zinc with copper sulfate. In Daniell-Cell reaction, zinc is a strong reducing agent compared to copper, and zinc displaces copper from its salts. Oxidizing agent is copper sulfate, reducing agent is zinc in this reaction. So on seeing all these different kinds of examples here, if you observe in this corner, left side, reactivity series given, non-metal, hydrogen, carbon, potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, carbon, zinc, iron, tin, lead, hydrogen, copper, silver, gold, platinum. In this reaction, from top to bottom, again potassium is more reactive and while that of platinum is least reactive in this order. Whereas this one, carbon is non-metal, hydrogen is also non-metal in the reactions we have observed. Let us see in this reactivity series, the displacement reaction of hydrogen from water or HCl has taken place that we have observed depending on the extent of the reactivity of the metal, reactivity of the less reactivity of the metal. Less reactive metal displaces hydrogen from acids, more reactive metal displaces hydrogen from even water also. So that's what we can observe in this picture. This is more reactive metal. That means aluminum and CuCl3 reaction, if you observe, this is another reaction that we can observe the reactivity of the metal. Likewise, iron reaction with aluminum. Another one, iron extraction in thermite reaction, that is also observed here. So from all these things, what you understand is nothing but reactivity series is depending on the extent of the loss of electron by the metal in the redox reaction, displacement reaction. Next one, you see reactivity series. In this one, reactivity increases. When reactivity increases, when the non-metal zinc to potassium, if you see in the order, reactivity increases. Reactivity increase means reducing strength also increases. While that is the meaning of that one is oxidation reaction favors. So most of the reactions are oxidation reactions, silver, copper, lead, iron, zinc, aluminum, magnesium. In this order, if you observe, strong reducing agent is magnesium and weakest reducing agent is the silver. So that means strongest, we are not saying strongest reducing agent. That is one thing. That is for metals, one example we observed. While that of non-metals, if you observe, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine, and as from iodine to fluorine, this reactivity difference. So fluorine is strongest oxidizing agent, reduced easily, gains electrons, while that of iodine, which is weakest oxidizing agent, least readily reduced in this one. So reactivity of non-metals also increases in this order from iodine to fluorine, and their oxidizing agent strength increases. That indicates that ease of reduction of these non-metals increases from iodine to fluorine. Means they will gain electron. So this is electron. So in this we observed one thing, that reactivity is depending on the tendency of loss or gain of electrons by a metal or non-metal in the redox reaction. So not only that one, if you see this again, once again you see potassium loss electrons. This means potassium undergoes oxidation easily because it is highly reactive, strong reducing agent. So high tendency of loss of electron by potassium. Whereas if you see sodium comes next to that one. calcium, magnesium, aluminum, like that. You see gold is said to be metal which is the weakest reducing agent, with a very less tendency of losing electrons. That's why we are using this one as ornamental purpose metal. So in this way, this reactivity first studied before going into the electrochemical series by this science of redox reactions. So displacement redox reactions, if you observe in that zinc, magnesium, copper, lead into spotting title here, if you observe these titles here. Make observation if reaction happen or not. Reactive metal displaces less reactive metal from its solution. Arrange metal in order of reactivity here given. So anything given like this, you can observe this one, solution or metal. You can take magnesium nitrate or metal. Here this is this vertical line we have salts and horizontal line we have metals are there. Magnesium nitrate. Here given reactive metal displaces less reactive metal. So that means magnesium nitrate is there. If you take it with zinc, what will happen? Definitely this reaction takes place. When the zinc is said to be more reactive than magnesium. But here what we understand is it is quite difficult what we have studied in this case. Why? Because lead is there, lead with magnesium, the reaction is possible. Why? Because magnesium nitrate, zinc nitrate, lead nitrate, copper nitrate, all are there. In this, they have a tendency of loss of electron in one side of the reaction, gain of electron in the other side of the reaction, like we observed in the zinc copper sulfate reaction cases. Once again, the study of zinc and copper nitrate, if you observe here in this one, zinc and copper sulfate. Zinc undergoes oxidation, copper undergoes reduction. So zinc displaces copper from its solution. It's very clear. So arrange the metal in the order of reactivity here given in this one, zinc nitrate with magnesium. So definitely magnesium displaces zinc, magnesium displaces lead, magnesium displaces this copper. But zinc cannot displace magnesium from magnesium salt, lead also cannot, copper also cannot. The reason is nothing but the tendency of undergoing the reduction reaction by this reactive metals is not possible in this reaction with this particular metals. For example, if you take lead nitrate with magnesium, it is possible. Whereas magnesium is highly reactive than lead, it can displace lead from it. Likewise, zinc can displace lead and magnesium can displace copper, zinc can displace copper, lead can displace copper from its salts. This is in order. If you observe in this, magnesium is more reactive than zinc than lead than copper. So in this way we can see that order. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum. Out that copper came, that means carbon, graphite. The zinc, hydrogen, then iron, tin, lead, copper, gold, silver and gold will come. Here gold will come. Next one, in this reactivity series we have one more observation. That means if you take silver nitrate solution, magnesium can definitely reduce that silver. Magnesium, the strong reducing agent, magnesium, zinc, lead, copper, all will displace silver, because silver reduced in presence of all these metals due to the reducing nature, strong reducing nature of magnesium, zinc and lead, copper than silver. Suppose if you add copper to silver nitrate, again they are telling about this one, displacement of reaction, gray silver precipitate is deposited, blue solution forms, because copper forms Cu2 plus solution in that. So this is one observation, experimental result only. While that of if you take hydrochloric acid, Where is hydrogen is there? Where iron is there? You observe here. Iron is there in this location. And whereas magnesium and zinc are there in this location, top location. So here magnesium and zinc are there. Here iron and copper are there. So above the hydrogen any metal is there, definitely the reaction takes place and hydrogen gas liberates. But iron and copper cannot liberate this hydrogen gas. Why? Because they are very less reactive than hydrogen. You see here, zinc displaces hydrogen comfortably. That is the meaning of this. So magnesium, after magnesium what is there? We have carbon is there. Then zinc, iron, copper. In this order, the arrangement is given. Let us observe one more important thing. That is displacement redox reaction is there. Add carbon and aluminium to crucible with Fe2O3. So in this iron extraction we are going to observe this thing. Reactive metal displaces less reactive metal. You know, reactive metal here aluminium displaces iron in this reaction, and non-metal is also there. Carbon is non-metal which displaces iron in this reaction. So carbon displaces Fe3 plus from its oxide. Aluminium also displaces Fe3 plus from its oxide. This is called as in the thermite welding process. In the iron extraction process, this carbon is added to Fe2O3, then it forms Fe, indicating that the displacement reaction gives appearance of carbon monoxide gas produced. Brown iron also produced in this what we call blast furnace in this one. So metal above aluminium, above lead, metal above lead, see here, this is displace iron from its oxide. This is aluminium more reactive than graphite, more reactive than iron. Observe this. So this has to be remembered when you are studying about redox processes. Next one. So what is the reactivity series? Once again, non-metal arranged according to their ability to gain electrons from negative ion. So what are non-metals? Halogens. Group 7 elements are halogen. They are strong oxidizing agents. Till now we discussed about metals. Now we are discussing about non-metals which are also reactive, involving in the redox reaction, displacement reactions. They measure the tendency of non-metal in gaining electrons. That means how can you find the reactivity of non-metal? We can find the reactivity of the non-metal depending on the tendency of gaining of electrons. Another one, this non-metal gain electrons which is electronegative ion, forms electronegative ion. That process we will call it as reduction process. So we have different kinds of colors are there also happening in the redox reaction possible. So chlorine, bromine, iodine you take in different kinds of, this is chlorine, this is bromine, this is iodine, this is Cl2, this is Br2, this is iodine, these two are Cl2, these two are Br2, these two are I2. And make observation of this reaction. What will happen? In this reaction there is one thing is happened, that chlorine is displacing bromine in this reaction. That means one non-metal is displacing another non-metal from its salt. Okay. And after that we arrange this order of reactivity according to this one: fluorine, chlorine, bromine. In this order the reactivity decreasing. So reactive halogen displaces less reactive halogen from its halide solution. So what is the result we observed is nothing but, when you take sodium chloride, bromine cannot displace chlorine from it, sodium chloride. Sodium bromide, if we treat it with chlorine, yes, chlorine can displace bromine from this sodium bromide. Sodium iodide, if you take this chlorine can displace iodine from sodium iodide, even bromine also can displace. So bromine and iodine are very less oxidizing agents, weak oxidizing agents than chlorine. This is the result. As per the result, if you observe, chlorine reacts with sodium bromide, chlorine reacts with sodium iodide, but bromine cannot displace chlorine from NaCl. Bromine displaces iodine from NaI. Iodine cannot displace chlorine from NaCl. Even iodine cannot displace bromine from NaBr also. Here, redox reaction, gallium beating hot. Anyways, there is one model diagram example. It is redox reaction. Next, finally what we observed is nothing but when the shell is increasing like this, 2, 7, this is electronic configuration of halogens. So when this is increasing, size is increasing. When size is increasing, what is the meaning of this one? Ability of attract electrons definitely decreases for the halogens. So reactivity decreases. So this is one example diagram here kept in a seal. React. Fluorine is yellow gas, chlorine is greenish gas, bromine is brown liquid, and iodine is violet solid. In this observation, so here these are the diagrams, and in lab practicals also we observed. Next, in group 7, reaction with the water, if you observe, chlorine forms HCl and HOCl, bromine forms HCHBr and HOBr, iodine forms HI and HOI, hypohalous acids it will form. And now you can see the colors, chlorine, bromine, iodine, when they react with the corresponding salts. Similar chemical property, decrease the reactivity. See, reactivity decreases from chlorine to iodine. Iodine is slightly soluble. Brown HOI is the solution formed when it is mixed with water. Bromine dissolves slowly in water. Chlorine very quickly dissolves, gives yellowish HOCl. And we have added silver nitrate to these corresponding solutions containing chloride, gives white precipitate. Bromide gives yellow color cream precipitate, and iodide gives yellow precipitate with silver nitrate. That is all we observed in the lab for the anionic acid radical identifications. Even conformation also with silver nitrate we have done it. So this is what we observed. So these are the colors. Different kinds of chemical reactions with colors shown. Physical states of the substances shown. So you can observe what is more reactive here also. When the metals, if you consider, they are reducing agents. We have lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium. Is metal size increases, here reactivity increases, whereas non-metal size increases, reactivity decreases. So loss of electrons easily happens when the size increases for the metals. So here we have a lithium, sodium, potassium. They are kept in paraffin oil because they are reactive metals, and even sodium reactions to be done very carefully because lithium moves slowly on surface of water with red flame. While of sodium move fast and hissing sound, yellow flame will come. Potassium move fast, ignite, lilac flame will come. In the potassium case, these are the flames. Different models they are showing here. Turn red litmus blue, that is produce hydrogen gas. Solution of metal hydroxides alkaline solutions will produce this one, that is blue litmus to red litmus to blue in color. Similarly, when you see their corresponding oxides are there, see lithium liberates hydrogen, sodium liberates hydrogen, potassium liberates hydrogen from water. When the reaction of these metals, lithium, sodium, potassium with oxygen, lithium forms oxide, potassium also forms their corresponding oxides like this. And reacts with halogen, what their corresponding halogen, that means halides will be formed in this one. So this is what we observed in the present session. That's what video of potassium you can see in the YouTube, oxidizing agents using potassium chlorates. You see the interesting videos You'll easily come to know that how the reactivity of metals, non-metals studied in the Redox reactions. Thank you.